Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, and I'm broadcasting as I always do from Nashville, Tennessee. And I think that what I want to do for this episode is I want to go ahead and conquer that fleecy box down there. I've got all the wool that I was lacking in the past, or not all the wool, I've got all the iron I was lacking in the past. And I hope to use that to essentially just conquer this area here by overwhelming force. And one of the ways that I hope to do that is I want to establish a new bridge that goes partially from like here down and under here and then all the way across. So like we would start it here and then just bridge out this way, establishing essentially a secondary forward base advance of this one, but still without the bed. And speaking of the bed, I'm just going to use it real quick so that way we have a good view of the horizon, and then we will start our adventure. So let's see here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get out some cobblestones right there, and I've got a door here because what I want to do is essentially create a landing partway down here. And so like I think what the area I want to reach is like I probably want to go for that thing right there, like go for this ribbon here. And so what I need to do then is essentially place a block directly here, and then that will essentially allow me to hop down onto that, and I can just enclose this as a nice little hut here. And I've got all sorts of stuff on me because I wanted to essentially fill this hut with equipment before I go ahead and start bridging out that way. So we're just going to get the little hut floor and little hut walls and the little hut ceiling. And it's just going to be a nice, quaint little hut. You know, it won't be anything like that Jabba fella, although he makes everyone think all huts are massive. That is not necessarily the case. Some are particularly lithe and nimble. So let's see, we're going to want to have light in here. And we're going to want to have sandstone. I don't know why I brought my iron axe. I really only made that for chopping down trees, and I'm not going to be chopping down many trees out here. Not down this way, no. Not today. Okay. So I figure if I put the door here and then have the, like I'd have a little patio here outside of the hut to give me some additional kind of protection. So there we go. We can just put this right here. Then we just enclose the rest of this with the remaining sandstone. Wow, this is really cutting it close. I think I have precisely enough sandstone to complete this. Well, not quite precisely, but it came pretty close. But anyway, so we're probably going to put most of this material, well, actually, I'll keep the arrows out. You know what, I'll keep the crappy sword for right now. Don't want to bring all the bridging material. Well, I should eat some of the food. Of course, you can't eat food while you're pointing at something. But, okay, so torches we shouldn't need. I'll bring one or two. Wooden planks, no. Arrows, I'll have that. Don't need the sticks right now. Okay. So, here we go. Just establishing our little porch here. And, you know, whoops. Getting good, nice little lighting around our doors. And I'm going to go ahead and put one of these here and one of these here. Oh, I was lacking in. Dang it. I was going to say, I need one more piece of, yeah. Okay, well, whatever. So, I was going to say, if we just build ourselves a nice little shield here against ghasts shooting at us, because we're going to be escaping from a ghast-infested area. So we don't want ghast, like, taking out our nice little foothold here. So I'm just going to go ahead and start going out this way. And so, nice thing about the stone slabs here is I don't have to light them particularly well because they, how close am I getting? Of course, I can't see anything either. So, we're going to go ahead and double that one and put a torch there. Okay. Stone slabs you don't need to light particularly well because nothing will spawn on them when they're single slabs. But okay, so we are now... we're getting close to this ribbon thing. I might be a little bit higher than I needed to be. It's so hard to judge distance when everything is so freaking dark. Because, like, I was trying to connect to that ribbon there. Okay, I see a spider. So, like, clearly that does connect eventually. And we are just gonna... Okay, yeah, see, that spider actually is indicating to me that I'm really close. Yeah, there's creatures down there that could shoot me if they were skeletons. So, let's go ahead and grab some more torches, because those are going to be pretty crucial if we do get much closer. I don't know. I guess I will take a few ladders and a few... Well, taking cobblestone's dangerous because it's not renewable at this point, but I'll take a little bit of this. Just because if I fall at this point, I think I'll be falling over netherrack or possibly clay. I'm not sure. I think that that's a clay ribbon, but I don't have a great way of telling. So we're just going to come out this way a little bit. It's so weird not being able to see anything down there about, like, where the borders are, or like I don't think that I'm, like, directly above a creature or anything, but it's so dark. Just add another light. Okay, so yeah, so this is definitely clay. This is definitely that clay ribbon that swings around there. So that's good, because if I'm correct in looking this way, oh my goodness, this is the worst vantage point for seeing ribbons. Yeah, okay, so that sweeps over this one. The problem I have with using this lower ribbon here to get to that wool is that the upper ribbon is going to be causing me trouble. So, let's see. We can keep bridging outward, or we can go, well, I guess it's better to bridge outward for the time being. Whoops. And then build a ladder well up once I'm established more. Okay. So yeah, we're definitely getting close. I feel like I could probably safely drop down now and start lighting up some of this area. So let's just drop and then pillar up quickly. Okay, now we're gonna drop again because I didn't think this out very well, and we are now gonna append the ladder portion there. Dang it, these stupid drops. I'm not even falling far. I'm just falling far enough, it seems. Did everything despawn here? That's really weird. Well, regardless, I need to run back and grab more torches. So I will do that real quick. Cool, so we got our torches, and I'm not sure if if one direction's gonna make more sense to clear than another, because going down that way I think will probably get me closer to reaching the forest thing via ribbon, which would be advantageous in its own way. Is that true? Can I verify that from over here? Or does this just dead end out? Is this ribbon a dead end? No, it does descend further. Oh, and there's a zombie. Okay, so that definitely, I can see better now that there is definitely some sort of structure thing inside of there that is going to warrant further exploration. Yeah, and then this definitely does descend downward. So let's go ahead and just quickly... Yeah, it seems to be leading toward that forest. And every light we put is one more strike for justice against the horrible creatures that offend us with their arrows. The difference between me and him is he's dead now. Also, I have a soul. Definitely another one coming toward me there. Let's just retreat to a safe distance and take our aim. Anybody see him? Anybody see him? Where is he? He's probably caught somewhere. Did he just fall off? Yeah, he probably just fell off, actually. Okay, well, no, that's fine. Next problem, then. Okay, well, so this does seem to go under there. So, that's a good, solid lead on our next strike in our adventure. Yeah, because if that goes under there... Like, I need to just draw a really crappy map of all this because I don't have any... Like, I'm still having a hard time developing any real sense of how everything connects and interlinks and all that. So, once we get higher up, though, it's actually easier to see because we don't have that stupid intermediate layer there of stupid new fog of war type thing. I hope that's enough light to stop things from spawning up there. That might be a problem down the way. But anyway, let's get a real quick let's hop in the bed real quick to change it to night today, and then see if we can get a feel for what we're missing down there. As you can tell, I got plenty of supplies, but I'm running low on light and related things. I could afford to put some trees into the, what do you call it, the furnace here. But it won't be ready for me to just continue immediately. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the flint and steel and netherrack method. So yeah. Let's see, we can confirm from our increased elevation here that indeed does sweep under there, and it seems to sweep toward that fleecy box that we would like to conquer, and it might do so at an elevation that does not excite the ghast spawners. So, oh, yeah, that is looking promising. I could just bridge out from there. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do then. I think we are going to continue to light this up in an attempt to do that. But first, I want to go ahead and post a sponsorship sign from Glassed Gamer, who is kind enough to sponsor me 3 times now. He's an excellent fella. He says, "No more cave." What day did it snow? Swoot. And, just to quickly decipher, I spelled snow wrong. Just to quickly decipher Glassed Gamer's message, I'm just all thumbs when it comes... Like, the typing part of my brain and the video game part of my brain are not the same. And I'm also talking and saying different words than the words I'm typing. So, anyway, he, just to decipher this message, no more cave, I think, is a reference to the fact that his initial purchased sign was located in the cave that I first established a base in, and he wanted to not be in that forgotten cave. Although, honestly, I still do have a bunch of stuff in there. I just haven't gone to get it recently. He wanted his sign proudly displayed somewhere that I would come back to. Which, of course, on the second sign, that episode ended up being me exploring a snow cave, which I will likely come back to, don't get me wrong, but which, you know, is not going to see a ton of attention, unfortunately, video to video. So, anyway. Yeah, one of the things about, that's kind of one of the reasons, like, I can't move all the signs every time an area no longer gets explored. That's kind of the reason it's an episode sponsorship, because, you know, just as, this isn't necessarily me talking to Glass Gamer, this is me saying in general to anyone who's thinking about sponsoring, the idea being, like, well, you know for sure that your sign will show up in at least one video, and, is that a baby spider? No, okay, it's a big spider. I was worried there for a second. I was like, no, not a baby spider. Freaking baby spiders are the freaking worst. You know your sign will show up in at least one video, and it might show up in more, but, you know, I can only promise you the one, unfortunately. So, which is why I also, whoa, there's a creeper. Why I also offer packs of signs, so you can buy more than one sign at a discounted rate. And the fact that this is actually like my 5th episode or so I'm recording this session, so at this point I can tell that I should probably not try anything too incredibly insane, because while I'm definitely warmed up, I'm not necessarily mistake free, if that makes any sense, you know. Saw a creature fall to his death over there. There's a zombie. We're just going to strike him down with an arrow. If I jump when I shoot the arrow, do I double crit? I don't know. Probably not. That would probably be a little bit too critical for Notch's tastes. Notches, vechs. It seems like all these folks that are involved with making awesome things have names that end with CH. But maybe that's just a coincidence. I don't know. I'll let you, the viewer, decide. Have you decided yet? Good. Okay. So we are definitely standing in a... Oh, great. Now I'm actually on fire. I stood in that fire long enough to actually come aflame. I can't believe this. See, this is what I meant about, like, oh, I'm more likely to make mistakes now than I was, because I just stood in a fire and nearly died. And, of course, I also don't have any food on me, so I've got to go and get some food, which is fine, because I also was going to go and get some slabs, and, okay, yeah, I should probably shore up some of that side of this ribbon. Don't want to push too far, especially being as I have no health, and I tend to set myself on fire on a regular enough basis for it to be problematic. But, yeah. If I can retrieve that white wool without activating them gas spawners, then that is indeed a glorious, glorious day for us. So, let's see here. Grabbing us a little bit of... Is cooked pork chop more food than I need? Probably. No. Well, whatever. I'm hungry. I'm eating. And let's bring some extra food. I probably don't need a lot of ladders. I will take the cobblestone slabs, though. I won't need that. I'm going to go ahead and take extra arrows. I'll bring the netherrack and the ladder, because that's the only source of light I have right now at present. Although, I guess I could always reclaim some torches through covering existing torches with netherrack and lighting it aflame. So anyway, as I was saying, there's going to be plenty of places for creatures to spawn back here, so when I come down the ladder, I need to make sure they don't come at me. Like that spider I saw. I don't see him now. Let's go ahead and bust out the netherrack. Oh good, more pain. Just as I had hoped. Anybody see that spider anywhere? Like, did he just maybe fall off the ribbon? I gotta use the thesaurus and look up alternatives to the word ribbon, because I'm getting tired of saying the word ribbon. Like, oh yeah, I was ribbing my friend the other day about how silly he is. No, that's actually not an alternate meaning for the word ribbon. That is an alternate use of the word ribbon, derived from ribbing. And okay, yeah. Also, the sun has just reached a point where it is coming in through one of the windows and hitting some sort of metal fixture and glaring in my eyes. Like, I cannot explain to you how horrible this is. Like, I'm just like, wow, it got really bright all of a sudden. Wow, I've got a really stark shadow silhouetted on the wall. Wow, I wish this would not happen anymore.